We're up? All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the People's Music Network Winter Convergence. This is so exciting. Many of us were here in October at the People's Forum. And we're going to get this party started by bringing up the Black Workers Center Chorus, all the way from Washington, D.C. Friends, let's welcome the Black Workers Center Chorus.
All right. Hey, Chris. Just going through. He's getting it? Hey, welcome.
Soon and very soon, we are gonna change the world. Well, now, soon and very soon, we are gonna change the world. Well, now, soon and very soon, we are gonna change the world. It's gonna last forever and ever. We're gonna change the world. No more racism. No more racism. We are gonna change the world. No more racism. We are gonna change the world. No more racism. We are gonna change the world. It's gonna last forever and ever. We're gonna change the world. No more sexism. We are gonna change the world. No more sexism. We are gonna change the world. No more sexism. We are gonna change the world. It's gonna last forever and ever. We're gonna change the world. No homophobia. No homophobia. We are gonna change the world. No homophobia. We are gonna change the world. No homophobia. We are gonna change the world. It's gonna last forever and ever. We're gonna change the world. Pronto, muy pronto, cambiaremos este mundo. Pronto, muy pronto, cambiaremos este mundo. Pronto, muy pronto, cambiaremos este mundo. Durará la vida, cambiaremos este mundo. Soon and very soon, we are gonna change the world.
This is your last opportunity.
Soon and very soon, we are gonna change the world.
Come on, Liliana.
Soon and very soon, we are gonna change the world. It's gonna last forever and ever. We're gonna change the world.
Erland says, say something about your workshop.
Yes.
What about our workshop, Erland?
Just a line or two about what will happen.
It's choirs, choruses, and bands that hit the streets and lift people's spirits.
Yes.
And it's at what time? What time?
11:30.
Oh, but get there at 11:15 to get a seat. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm introducing members, because y'all know who I am, but you haven't met the fabulous Melissa Strova or the amazing Sydney Alexander. I always get it mixed up with Anderson. And the wonderful Wawin Ewimbi. We'll see you soon.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Erland Zygmuntowicz, chair of the steering committee, and I want to transmigrate the energy incipient in this space into movement, which will lift you up onto your feet right now. Stand up, rise. Are you ready? Hello.
Hello.
My name is Joe.
My name is Joe.
I work in a button factory. I got a spouse, a house, and a family. One day, my boss came up to me. Said, "You busy?" I said, "No." Then turn the button with your left hand. And now let's try doing it together. Hello. My name is Joe. I work in a button factory. I got a spouse, a house, and a family. One day, my boss came up to me, said, "You busy?" I said, "No." Then turn the button with your right foot. Hello. My name is Joe. I work in a button factory. I got a spouse, a house, and a family. One day, my boss came up to me, said, "You busy?" I said, "No." Then turn the button with your left foot. Hello. My name is Joe. I work in a button factory. I got a spouse, a house, and a family. One day, my boss came up to me, said, "You busy?" I said, "No." Then turn the button with your head. Hello, my name is Joe. I work in a button factory. I got a spouse, a house, and a family. One day, my boss came up to me, said, "You busy?" I said, "Yes." All right. Now we spin that energy into the encounter with our neighbors. Find one, find two, people that you don't know so well, and tell them a little story. Who are you? Where are you from? Are you new to PMN? What do you do about music and activism? What's your hope for the convergence? Okay, everybody. I can feel that energy ascending waves of interconnection. Does anybody want to share a discovery that you made about someone you're having a conversation with? Name that person and tell us something interesting that you learned about them. We'll entertain a few. Yes?
I met Bettina.
All right, Bettina.
I forgot the name. The Scooches, from the Scooches, who part of what she does is to write socially conscious and active musicals for little ones to learn and perform, and that is just super cool. Oh my God.
That's great. I hope you heard that. Socially conscious musicals for little ones. You can't start young enough, right? Who else? What'd you learn from about the people in the room? Yes. Liliana. Wow. That's a big place, the Western Hemisphere. All right, one more. Someone you, yes.
I learned more about Beth Ritchie from Portland, Oregon.
Ah, whoa.
Two daughters, grandson.
Excelente. Maybe one or two more. What'd you discover?
Well,
Yeah.
I discovered all about Joel and Hot Glue and the Gun, and it's so cool that he also is involved in bringing theater works that make social change. So
Yeah.
we're here at a folk song convention and discovered this
this
side. So
That's wonderful. We are in good company. Now let's bring up Ben Grosscup to tell you a little bit about what to expect for the day.
Friends, welcome to the People's Music Network. Come on in. Let's come in a little bit right now, friends. Yes, my name's Ben Grosscup. I'm the executive director of the People's Music Network. We're really excited to be back here with all of you. We have an incredible day planned of workshops, collaborative sessions that I think are all moving us forward in our mission of developing music as a key tool in movements for social justice, for peace and social justice. I'm going to be bringing up a few people to speak about the first round of workshops, which start at 11:30. We're going to have, we'll do this again for the afternoon workshops, but a lot of thought went into, how can we create a collaborative environment for people to work together in? And maybe, if it's all right, we could start with Ruben and tell you about what's coming up for 11:30. And Harriet and Mario, if he's here. Yeah, just to give us like a minute about what your workshop is. Ruben Gonzalez. Mario Cancel.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We thought with Harriet, great poet, and I'm a songwriter, and Mario is too. We thought of exploring today with you all in a making workshop, a workshop where you are going to be asked to make something with your fellow participants to deal with music and words in a different way. The words are written, and we're going to try to put music to those words. Mm-hmm. The words are written and delivered, and we're going to try to play music as a background, kind of like we did the other day, some of us were there. Improvisational. So if you're a musician and like to explore how the music affects the words, and you like to explore and to react to the poem in real time, come along. If you like to perhaps leave this with a finished song, we have poetry that we brought, poetry that some participants are going to bring, written words that you say, well, can we create a melody to this? Mm-hmm. And of course, we can show it, or we cannot show it. It's going to be like an artist workshop. Take risks, have fun, and see what we can come up with it.
Yeah, that's it. Yay. Yeah, that's it. So I'll share a few poems set to music, and then we'll work on a few poems, and hopefully we'll have a nice workshop, right?
Yes, and I will talk about how I compose and how I use rhythm in constructing my poems.
That's it. Yeah, great.
Good. And that's a great example of like a collaborative workshop that can then have a chance to show what it's come up with in the concert we're doing here in the same space at 4:30. We've got a number of other people who are coming in throughout the day. Steve Suffett, I want to ask Steve Suffett to come up and talk about the song swap you'll be doing, which is going to be on the lower level. It'll be in the Robeson room. Paul Robeson room. Steve Suffett will be leading new songs, old styles. Come on up, Steve. We heard you on Zoom last night.
Yeah, I heard. What you heard on Zoom last night was an example of what we'll be exploring in the workshop, which is to go back to traditional musical styles. And there are so many ragtime, Dixieland, Appalachian, Celtic, Delta blues. It's not necessary to invent new musical styles. Of course, it's wonderful if you do, but you could actually compose new music within that old style. Someone made some comment about how I wrote new words to a traditional railroad folk song. Au contraire, what I actually did was write that music also about 10 years ago. I had a different set of lyrics to it, though. But one of the things I'd like to have come out of the workshop is possibly what we did last year, which was a presentation of one of the songs, a performance of one of the songs that someone brought, that was a song that was in Spanish, that was done in the style of those rousing Spanish Civil War songs, you know, the ones from the 1936, you know, Venga Jaleo, and all the things like that, Freiheit. Except this song was written in the 1970s, in the closing days of the Franco regime, and when students were beginning to rise, and they wrote new songs using that style from the Spanish Civil War. So we could look at that, and let me just point out, this is a worldwide phenomenon. People like the late Ewan McCall and Peggy Seeger were doing this in Britain. There are people in Ireland, Tommy Sands, for example, who consciously writes in traditional Irish style, even though they're new songs. There's Nueva Canción from Latin America. There's Chanson Poétique, which was a similar movement in France. I've actually tried my hand at it. I won't embarrass myself here, but of writing a song in a French-Canadian style for a paper mill strike that was going on in Quebec a few years ago. So anyway, we'll talk about this at the workshop. So 11:30, Paul Robeson Room, new songs in old styles. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve Suffett. All right, we got a bunch of people we want to bring up real quick to quickly mention their workshops, and we're going to hear from Eric Law, who's in California. We're going to bring him up on Zoom to talk about the integrated Zoom workshops that are happening at the same time. But Melly from the Black Worker Center Chorus is going to briefly talk about the workshop happening in this space right when we get done. Melly, tell us about the workshop about choirs.
Good morning, people. We're gonna have this workshop. It's gonna be like a conversation with the choirs and the artists who are participating on the Convergence to talk about how the choirs are working, activism and community and political education learning. How are we working together to lift people's voices? So we want to hear from each artist and each chorus how the internal management of the group is happening. Then we can get inspired by others, learn from others, and communicate like intentions that we have with our groups.
Thank you, Mel. Beautiful. Let's bring the Scooches up to talk about world music rhythms happening in the Claudia Jones room upstairs. The mezzanine means one floor up.
Thanks so much, Ben, for having us. We're the Scooches, and we have our third Scooch on his way soon. This is Bettina Hershey. I'm Nick Russo, and we're going to talk about rhythm and world music and how we can incorporate these rhythms and sonorities into your own original music. So we'll demonstrate with some of our originals, and then we'll have people play some of their tunes, and I'll show you how we add Ganawa or some of the things I learned studying with Samir Chatterjee. And then, Bettina, why don't you say a couple words quickly?
Well, he's a master of adding world rhythms to my tunes because I come to it from more of a folky style. And then Nick will say, hey, let's change this into this reggae beat, or let's add this rhythm. So if it's so cool if you bring your songs, a little portion of your song, and Nick can suggest some interesting rhythms to try. It's kind of magical.
And lastly, I work in Russell Hall's band. Maybe you don't know who he is yet, but he's going to play a family man in the new Bob Marley film. He's an incredible bass player out of Kingston, Jamaica, and we play all the music of Bob Marley at Lincoln Center. So he's on the album, and one of his band members, the two of us work together, is Rashkash. He's an incredible rapper and trombone player. So he'll be here very shortly. He actually might get here early enough to join us on this tune with
And if
with
you
Nikki.
saw a climate change video, he was the one rapping in that video, and he plays trombone as well. So he'll be here with us for the world rhythms.
And join our class at 11:30 up in the Claudia
Jones.
Claudia Jones.
Yeah.
Second floor. Thanks, Ben.
Very good. Thank you, Nick and Bettina. As you can see, we also like to bring musical skills into the People's Music Network. We also have a lot of online workshops, and we're going to have Eric Law come on screen in just a second to talk with us about that. I just want to say for folks who are going to be thinking about how you want to shape your piece for the collaborative concert this evening, Vera is our fearless registration coordinator at the desk. Vera, if you could hold up the green box just to your right, to your left rather. This is the box. If you can't see it, this is for the in-person people. That's the round robin. It says round robin. It's for the collaborative concert. So many of you, when you registered, said something about like, oh, I'd like to perform this or that. That's a good first draft. If during the day what you want to perform changes, fill out a paper form. We'll use that to overwrite what you sent in when you registered, because we want to leave a little space for spontaneity here, and we'll make that list around the afternoon. Just know that that's an option to change what you want to perform based on what you said when you registered. So Ryan, let's bring Eric Law up. Eric is a steering committee member based in Southern California. He's been really, really active in organizing the online component of this convergence. Can we bring Eric up on screen? There you are, Eric.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, everybody.
Eric Law, everybody.
Hey. I'm Eric Law. I'm a steering committee member of PMN, and I'm in California, coming to you in southern part of California. I want to welcome you all to our true hybrid convergence. Right now, there's about 25 of us online, so don't forget us. This is our second hybrid conversion. We're still learning how to do this. Since the pandemic, thanks to the leadership of the steering committee members and our executive director and the wonderful volunteers that just so wonderful in offering the time and talent, we were able to not just survive the pandemic, but thrive and increase our membership, expanding our membership across the U.S. and Canada and internationally. And we're moving into a new era of not just online. However, we're moving now, and for which I'm very grateful, living in California and being connected through to PMN through the online part of the network. We're not, however, going back just in person only, which I think were beloved. I think many of you love those in-person gathering, and you're doing one now in New York. So we are in this new hybrid space in at least two ways. We are going local, and we're going global, and I call that local. Okay, and we're also hybrid in another way, in person and online. So I would invite you to be aware of one another's presence in these different spaces. So, and I especially want to welcome the online folks. And last night we have a great experience of both online, all onlines. We claimed that at the round robin. I want you to give a hand to everyone who shared during the round robin, and we got to see the New York folks online with us. That was great. And I'm looking forward to meeting and connecting with more folks, more people in the online workshops today and tomorrow. And of course, our online membership meeting tomorrow afternoon. Please come to that one. It's really important. We have major things to discuss and to decide together as a community. There will be a hybrid workshop where there are in-person and online participants, so check those out. What an amazing ways to connect and build our network of creativity and collaboration. And of course, in-person people in New York are welcome to join the cyberspace workshop as well. If you get bored of meeting real people, you can come to us. You're welcome to come to the online workshop and smooze with us. We had a number of smoozing time and actually party time and dancing time. And check out the schedule, and we love to see you online as well. So have a great conversion.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric Law. You know, there's an expression in Yiddish, "Wir können nicht tanzen auf den zwei Chasana mit eine Tuches." Means you can't dance at two weddings at the same time with one behind. So I share that with you simply because how you choose, there's so much good stuff at the same time. The main thing I want to tell you, that to reiterate, that on Sunday tomorrow from 2 o'clock to 3:30 online, there'll be a very, very important membership organization. And the two major points of business are the election of a new slate of steering committee members and a proposal to increase our dues. I'll be chairing that as the chair of the steering committee, and I invite you to really try to be there. Ben?
Thank you, Erland. Thank you for your leadership on the steering committee. I want to invite to close out this opening ceremony, Nikki Nesbary from the DC Labor Chorus and the Scooches to lead us in a song. Come on up to the stage, friends.
Hi, everyone. So you're going to know this song, so we invite you to sing along. And I'm with the DC Labor Chorus and also with Songrise DC. Just excited to be here and share the space with you all. All right, I'm hanging out with you all, talking while we're getting set up. Very awesome. Thanks. Yeah, this is there's a lot of firsts happening right now, and I appreciate that. Yeah. I love it. All right. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. 5, 6, 7, 8. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Standing tall in Louisville, I'm gonna let it shine. Standing tall in Louisville, I'm gonna let it shine. Standing tall in Louisville, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Take back our streets in Minneapolis, I'm gonna let it shine. Take back our streets in Minneapolis, I'm gonna let it shine. Take back our streets in Minneapolis, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. marching strong in Memphis. I'm gonna let it shine. Marching strong in Memphis. I'm gonna let it shine. Marching strong in Memphis. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine. Thanks, everybody.
Beautiful. All right, thank you. Nikki Nesbary and the Scooches. So it's 11:15, so we got 15 minutes till the next workshop starts, right on time. I love it. If you forgot to get a wristband, this is our ticket for meals. We'll have lunch served later, so get yourself a wristband at the registration table if you missed it. Get yourself a name tag if you missed it. And get yourself one of these really helpful informational packets if you missed it. This will help guide you throughout the day.
Ben, I have a question.
Joel.
For any of the like hybrid things, the Zoomy things, where are the camera that they would be, if you wanted to make eye contact with people who are on the Zoom, that we could look at it and be like, wait a second.
Yeah, if you want to make eye contact with the camera, the people on Zoom, it's these right here. You can go and say hello to anybody over there. And Ryan is back there running tech for all these live streams from the People's Forum. And let's give a round of applause to the People's Forum, by the way, for hosting us again. All right, let's break. We'll see you in 15 minutes at the workshops. Thank you. Rash Cash, also from the Scooches, has arrived in the building. Exactly.
Can I unplug or is this still on?
Can we unplug the other one too?
That was great. That was great.